Hey guys, what's up? It's Classic Senpai here. Today I'm going to be drawing Bell Cranel from Dungeon ni deai wo motomeru no wa machigatteiru darou. Tongue twister. I've literally been trying to say that 5 times in a row. But yeah, we're going to be drawing him in the Chibi style today. And without further ado, I'll go ahead and get right on into it. First things first, I like to start out by making measurements on how tall I want my character to be. So I do that usually by figuring out how big I want the head to be. But chibis are kind of difficult because they're not really proportional, but I'll show you how I do it. First, I usually like to find a good head size. Chibis tend to have pretty big heads, so probably going to go with either this size or this size. But once I get the head fully drawn, what I'm going to do is that I'm going to take my ruler, measure how long the head is, and then by figuring that out, basically take this measure and put in 1 or 2 more heads in order to make a somewhat proportional chibi character. Usually, most of the time, it's 2, maybe even 4 heads tall, depending on how thin or short, I guess you could say, you want your character to be. Well, I'm going to draw the rest of the body here for you guys. We're going to be using these lines that we put across here for height. We're going to use that to figure out where to place our features. So follow along and pause the video whenever you so need to, just as to catch up with what I'm doing. So now we're going to go ahead and move on to doing some detail work on the head. So basically what I like to do is that I like to make lines going across just to show kind of like where to place my eyes. And generally they're going to be right around here, more towards the lower part of this circle that we drew earlier. And then the eyebrows go above it a little bit. Then you have the hair up here, more in the upper part of the circle. So what I'm going to do for the eyes here is I'm actually going to go in here with my ruler just a little bit. And I'm just going to line it up with angle because he's looking a little bit down. He's got his head tilted to the side. So we're going to have to make our guidelines a little bit tilted along with it just to try and attempt to keep that perspective. A good reference point to use is the ears. Don't make the eyes really any taller than the tippy top of the ear. Usually you want to make them basically almost level with the ears because that's pretty much how human anatomy is, really. If you ever looked at a face, or maybe you never noticed, just go find a face to look at, or just look in the mirror and just take a look at it and you're like, oh yeah, it does kind of line up a little bit, doesn't it? So now that we have our character all drawn out in pencil, we can then go on ahead and start inking our character in with your choice of pen. However, I usually prefer to use Micron Pigmas or even just the Copic multi-liners. completed all of our inking here, and now it's time to move on and get rid of our pencil marks here, and we're going to go ahead and color this in. So follow along as I go ahead and finish Bell here, and just get them all colored in and all that good stuff. So we have most of our basic coloring done here. We're going to have to go on and move to shading in our character. For the most part, we'll be using the same colors as before and just throwing another layer on. That way it'll appear darker, but not too much of a difference. However, with the hair, I might go in with a darker gray color in order to achieve enough of a difference to make it look like there's shadows being casted by the hair. But yeah, I'm going to go ahead and do that and follow along with me as I shade in this character. Alright, so we're almost done here. We have all of our shading done for the most part. Basically, I used pretty much the same colors except for the hair and the skin, just so I could get a bolder difference, because I like having a big difference as far as shading for the hair and just for some colors in general. For the eyes, they're usually pretty red, but they have a reddy orange color. I added some orange earlier. All that's left to do is to add some highlights to the eyes, and then we'll be good to go. Just going to carefully dot that on there. Dot it here. Well, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for watching. We're all done now. We have all of our steps done. We sketched it out, inked it, colored it, shaded it. Thank you for watching. I appreciate you guys checking out my tutorial video. I know I haven't done a how to draw video lately. I've just been kind of busy with school and work, and not to mention just those other vlogging videos in Costa Rica. If you haven't seen them yet, you can go ahead and check it out at the end of the video or in the links in the description below. I'm Glasses Senpai, and I'll see you guys in the next video.